Good evening. Sorry, I just had to reconnect for whatever reason. The moment I realized my locks were actually locking, I remember that exact moment my locks were actually locking. I was just so excited. I'm like, oh my goodness, like this is the moment I waited for. Like I finally was at that moment, was like, you know what? This is what it was all for. Like I was so excited, like I could almost cry right now. Like you just don't know. Like it was a lot of self-doubt in the beginning. Wasn't sure if it was really working, it wasn't looking like what I thought it was supposed to look like, at first. I'm gonna go back real quick, looking at my notes here. um at the beginning, before they were locking, I was very unsure, like, okay, is this working? My locks don't look like this person or that person. Again, I spoke a lot about, not comparing your locks to other people, but in the beginning I was doing that. I felt like, okay, my locks don't look like this person or that person. I was really unsure, like, is this working? Do I have the right hair texture? Do I have the right hair length? Do I have the right hair grade? Like, am I doing something wrong? Like, I was really, really unsure. Like, okay, you know what? My loctician told me to trust the process. I did my best trusting the process in the beginning. I really, really did, do my best. But, that initial moment was just really, really on point. Like, wow, I could almost cry. Like the boost of confidence that came with that initial moment was like, okay, this is what it's all for. This is why you stuck around. This is why you did it, because you're here now. You're at the point where it's like, okay, it's doing what it's supposed to do. And that felt so good, like again, I just spoke about the budding phase maybe like a week ago. Yeah, a week ago I spoke about the budding phase, and that was like another green flag, like okay, something is going great. And again, from that to here, once it's going, it's just going, and like the journey is just endless. Like, before you know it, you got full rods. And it was just such like a pivotal moment for me, because I felt like I thought maybe I could be the one that can't get lost. Maybe I'm the one that my process will be different or difficult, or it won't go as smooth, as I remember. But I really, really remember, like, that exact moment, when I really just was like, okay, it's doing the damn thing. It's doing what it's supposed to do. Like, all this time I was thinking, I was doing something wrong. I can't live the life I want to live. But my locks actually did what they supposed to do. It's like, oh my gosh, like I was worrying for no reason. Like, they did it. Like, there's nothing wrong with my locks. There's nothing wrong with me. Like, they did what they supposed to do. Like, oh my gosh, like I'm in there. I'm in the community now. Like, I'm accepted. Like, I'm a part of them. Like, I'm in the community. I'm in the fan club. Like, I got locks and people know it now. Like, oh my gosh, it worked. Yay. All the stressing. And I didn't need to stress anymore because it worked. Like, I was locking. I was locked. Like, wow. That moment will always be like, you can't get it back. Once it's gone, it's gone. But, that was the best part about the entire journey, but honestly speaking, before I got to that point, it was really like, in the beginning I couldn't see the process. Like, to me, my hair looked like it just was unraveling all the time. It was extra fuzzy, it was extra frizzy, it was just wild, it was ruthless. I couldn't really see the process on the outside. But when I went to my loctician to get my retwist and my wash, I think my first 60 to 90 days, it was my loctician that told me that, she saw the buds in my hair, in the back of my hair. And I'm like, what? You see buds back there? Like, I didn't see no buds back there. Like, and I want to explain, like, how I didn't notice the two buds in my hair at that moment, but she did as the loctician, because my loctician was actually doing my hair, feeling it, touching it, twisting it, and I'm just looking at the outside of the frame. And from the outside of the frame, my hair wasn't doing nothing. Looking at the outside, like, it was loose, it was just hanging all dead, no body, no volume, frizzy in the roots. It was wild. It looked like, I just wasn't washing my hair and I was just sleeping on my head with no scarf, all the time. Like, it looked a hot mess to me, in my opinion. And I honestly always wanted to just retwist it, retwist it, retwist it. As much as I saw it frizzy and everything, it just made me want to retwist it, because I'm like, oh my gosh, why won't it just stay together? Why won't it just stay put? It just was not doing what I wanted to do. So I constantly felt myself always going like this, like trying to twist them locks up that, just kept coming to loose for whatever reason. And my loctician told me, she was like, girl, enjoy the journey, enjoy the process. Like, this is what it's supposed to do. Like, this is the progress in full hindsight. This is the journey. This is how it starts in the beginning. Like, this is what it's supposed to look like. And I didn't know that. Like, I'm looking for the outside, you know, and I'm just like, looking at the outside, I'm just like, it's not doing anything. I don't see anything changing. I don't see anything happening. Like, I don't see the difference with anything. I can't really tell. And it was so annoying. It was so, so annoying. And she told me, she's like, girl, you got buzz back here. You got like 2 buzz back here. I'm like, what? I got buzz? Oh my God, I got buzz. Ah! And I was just mad hyped from that moment on. Like, she saw before I saw because, again, I'm looking on the outside. She's feeling on the inside and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So she saw before me because she's in my hair, in my roots, in my scalp, doing the maintenance, doing the twist, touching my hair. She's seeing all of that. I'm not seeing all of that. I'm just looking at the outside like my hair looks like the same way it looked at 30 days ago. It looks the same way it looked at 60 days ago. It looks the same way it looked at 90 days ago. Like, I'm not initially seeing anything because the magic was inside the locks. That's the whole point. The magic was internally. I didn't know that until afterwards. I'm like, okay, I feel stupid right now, but we all feel stupid. We all go through that moment. We're like, oh my gosh, that's what that was. That's what that meant. I didn't know until today, years old, that that's what that meant. Like, we get there and it's all good. But again, seeing the process inside is hard. You have to feel it, and she felt it, and I didn't notice it, and that's how that whole situation worked out. Moving on, the excitement when I realized, I was actually locking, it was just like, I was just so happy I was there. Like, I was just so happy to be at the part of the journey where I wasn't in the ugly phase or out of the ugly phase, but it was like, okay, it was worth it. Like, all of this was for a good reason. Like, it did it, and I didn't think it was gonna do it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I have dreadlocks. Like, I dreamt about it, thought about it, procrastinated about it for years, couldn't imagine me with it until I got, like, the crochet locks and stuff like that, So when it finally started looking like locks where people knew on Jump Street when they saw me I had locks, it was like, oh my gosh, I made it. I'm on the journey. I'm here. It felt so good, and now it's like, okay, everyone knows I have locks. At this point, my hair, I did a conditioner to my hair right now, so it's all wrapped up in a bun, trying to let it air dry, which is probably not really fully air drying, but it's up right now because it's just kind of damp. But, the excitement is just so worth it. It just lets you know all the time were patient and, trying to be distracted and trying to do other things, to not focus on looking at your locks. It was all worth it because it did what it had to do. And it's like, I made it here. Not that you don't have to worry. There's still a whole bunch of work you got to do. You still got to, maintain it, buy the right product, keep your maintenance up, keep it twisted, oil, condition, wash, all that other good stuff. But, when you finally realize, you're locking up, it's like, there's almost no wrong you can do unless you totally just stop taking care of your hair altogether, which is not what you should do, but use your own judgments and your own research. I'm just saying, you ain't got to listen to me, but that's the best part, it was like, I'm here, I'm fully locked, I'm here, or I'm partially locked, I'm here. Like, that's the best moment, because again, it's like, that means you followed the rules, you paid attention, you didn't mess up, you didn't jump off over the rail, off the, you didn't jump off the roof and do something outrageous and crazy. Like, you made it, like, it did what it's supposed to do. And at this point, you can't mess it up unless you do something crazy, like do too much experimenting or something like that. But again, this is not that conversation about, how to mess it up. It's about the excitement of knowing that your lock's actually locking and just knowing that, you made it, and you're out of that weird time frame where you don't know what's going on. Like, is it working? Is it not working? Like, you're out of that. Like, it's such an exciting part of the journey and you don't get it back. Once it comes and goes, it's gone. That's it. And that part you'll never ever get again unless you restart your journey and do something else. But if you heard anything tonight, I want you guys to understand that sometimes the progress is happening before we can see it. And for me, that's how it was. Like, I was so impatient with the when is it gonna lock, when is it gonna lock, that I didn't see the magic happening inside the locks. I didn't see the the inside, doing the supposed to. I just saw the outside. I just saw what I didn't like, what I didn't appreciate, what I didn't want. And I made it. 6 years locked, June 1st, 2026, and I made it. And I know if you guys out there thinking about getting locks, this video may be for you. And if you're actually procrastinating, you know what I'm saying, it's been weeks and months, like, I don't know what to do. I definitely wrote a book. I got an ebook out there on Amazon and Gumroad. It's called What Mattered and What Didn't Matter in My Lock Journey. Definitely look into that book, give you all the questions, information you want about, the life journey, do's and don'ts before you even commit to it, the process of thinking about what you want to do, what you want it to look like, gives you a lot of guidance on, what avenues to take, what roads to go to, But I want to take a moment to look at the chat. Shout out to the chat. Thank you guys for pulling up on me. Shout out to Cynical. Hey Cynical, thanks for pulling up. Shout out to Never Give Up 25, God with you 44. Me and the family are good. Thank you very much. Thank you for the thoughts. Hello, MWAQSK Con 7186. Shout out to everybody else who's here as well. But that's all I got for you guys. Thank you for vibing out with me. And one bonus thing too, before I lock out of this, in the beginning, your first year, if your hair's looking extra frizzy, extra unruly, it's not doing what you wanted to do, it's just uncooperative. You cannot control that part of the journey. Let me just say it again. You cannot control that part of the journey, That is the journey working for you in your favor. That is it doing what it's supposed to do. Peace out, y'all. I'm out of here. Thank you guys for watching. Shout out to the replay gang. Do your thing. Again, ebook is in my description. What mattered, what actually mattered, what didn't matter in my lock journey. Be sure to look into that if you're actually contemplating about getting locked. You're on the fence about it. You're not unsure. Give you all the tea you want to know about. If the journey is for you or if it's not for you. Have a good night, y'all. Bye.